Another E3 has come and gone, and as always, it was a great show. But every year, it has its highs and lows. Hey Shackers, Greg here, and today I'm counting down the top 10 best and worst things at E3 2016. Now this will be a combination of the good and bad things I saw at E3, whether it's a press conference, crowds, technology, or games. So sit back and let's see what was awesome and terrible at this year's E3.
Yep, an Xbox Live achievement on an iPad on stage at E3.
On stage at E3.
Every year, E3 gets more and more crowded, with lines of people wanting to try games being shown on the floor. While many of us respected journalists have appointments to these games, there are still friends and professionals who want to try these games out too. But this year, over 70,000 people attended the show, leading to booths like Capcom and Nintendo having people waiting in line for nearly 4 hours for a 20-minute gameplay hands-on. Maybe next year be a little more picky about who receives a show badge for the floor. It gets worse every year. Having a booth at this year's E3 was a big deal to both our company and myself. It's a tremendous goal to see your website on the E3 show floor with companies like IGN and GameSpot. It was a monumental achievement for us and myself, and I can cross that off my bucket list.
So we're making a self-driving car.
The Shacknews Tesla.
It's gonna come out in 2030.
Pretty sure it's not trademarked. We haven't checked.
The Shack car.
Yeah. I think it's
It'll only take you to Cleveland. It's the only place it takes you.
It only drives you to Cleveland, and then it leaves itself there.
A supposedly cheap alternative to Oculus and other VR headsets, this device was heavy, uncomfortable, and the visual quality was something on par with the viewfinders I used to use as a kid. I wasn't impressed. On top of everything else, no price point was announced for it either. It'd have to be really cheap based on the quality compared to other VR platforms out there. If you see this in stores, best skip it. There are better headsets out there, unless it's like $20 or something. So I'm a sucker for DC and a huge fan of Batman in all incarnations. Telltale set up their booth, as always, in the concourse hall, away from the main show floor. The first part of the room was made up to look like Bruce Wayne's study, and towards the back of the room was the grandfather clock, which slid aside into a theater-like room made to look like the Batcave with a full-scale Bat computer. The game looked great, and that's a big deal coming from me, and the booth set the mood perfectly for the presentation. Can't wait to play this game when it's finally out. No new info on the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Alright, fine. I can deal with that, but absolutely no new info on Kingdom Hearts 3? The game was announced 3 years ago, what the hell? I could really care less about Final Fantasy 15. Sorry, it's the truth. The two games I wanted to see or hear about at the show weren't there in any capacity. And Square's booth was huge too, but had no new information on the two most anticipated games. Well, they were really anticipated for me anyway. Was not happy with what they showed at E3 this year. VR is here, and of course other companies are taking a crack at it. And although HTC and Oculus are leading the charge, I was most impressed by Pico's Neo VR. A complete wireless headset that stores its CPU, GPU, battery, and memory into its Super Nintendo-like controller. You are not tethered to anything else. The best part of the headset is that it can plug into your PC, meaning one could also use it for AAA gaming as well. I look forward to seeing how much it is, and I'll probably get it when it comes out. Aside from the new South Park game and Star Trek Bridge VR, most of the Ubisoft press conference was cringeworthy, complete with dancing papier-mâché giraffes, pink tiger striped sweatsuits, and gameplay commentary so scripted it was just terrible.
Here we go. The intel we need's supposed to be in this Sicario's house. Looks like it's upstairs.
Copy that.
Oh man, there are guards all over the place.
That bad? Yep, be careful.
The press conference went on way too long and didn't hold a lot of fans' interest. Every year we hope that companies learn from their past missteps, but Ubisoft seems to stay the same course every year.
And show me what you know. I am hungry.
Aside from a few bait-and-switch announcements, Sony killed it this year with its press conference, giving everyone, both professional and consumer, what they wanted. Games. Opening with God of War gameplay, and they kept rolling. Days Gone, Crash Bandicoot Remastered, and a new Resident Evil. They won the crowd over multiple times. Sony has learned a lot from their past mistakes. We can only pray that other companies use them as an example for future press conferences. Aside from a few select games, most of their announcements had leaked the week before, so the press conference seemed like a huge waste of time. On top of that, making the terrible decision of announcing a new Xbox Slim, followed by their new console, dubbed Scorpio, to ensure no one buys an Xbox until the new one comes out. Followed lastly by the Xbox One losing all exclusives to itself. It will now share all of its games with Windows 10/PC. If the press conference did anything, it successfully talked future consumers out of buying an Xbox in the future. Probably not the best thing to do when your console is losing the race to begin with. Nintendo spared no expense on their booth. For those of you who didn't get to experience the event in person, let me summarize. Their booth was huge. It took place in the new Hyrule Field, complete with a great theater presentation that introduced you to their booth in the most epic way possible.
Woo!
Oh, my memory's full.
Are you guys excited? Yeah? Woo! All right, players, come follow me.
Now go. You must hurry before it's too late.
All right, come on down, guys. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy it, everyone. Take photos on the back end. We just want to make sure we get everybody inside. All right, everybody,
To-scale models of Link and monsters were there, and it even featured interactive exhibits, as well as a full day-night cycle. Yes, Nintendo has let us down in the past, with the lack of announcements and such, but this year at E3, they really made up for it. I look forward to seeing more on the new Zelda title as it unfolds. What did you guys think about this year's show? Let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.